Hello and welcome back to the Smarten Yourself podcast. Fair warning, there will be nudity in this. Viewer discretion is advised.
Nudity in this audio podcast. Yes.
Well, we're naked.
Well, yeah. This is the first all naked podcast.
I'd say that's been done.
You reckon?
Oh yeah, no, if it exists, it's been done. Like if you can think of something, it's been done. Nothing is original.
Maybe.
Like I bet.
I guess like the Playboy Mansion's official podcast.
Really, they have one?
I don't think so.
That sort of defeats the
apparently
point.
The Playboy Mansion's like super lame because now it's just like a venue.
Yeah, it's
So whenever you go there and it's not like Hugh Hefner's there,
well,
if you're just hiring it out, they just play screens of the good nights at the Playboy Mansion, like TV screens on the ceiling of people partying and like naked women walking around and stuff. But there's no actual naked women.
Now that Hugh Hefner's dead,
they're probably just going to sell it.
I guess he'll be there in here. No, I think they did. It was like for some phenomenal price.
Well, supposedly he's got a vault underneath the mansion that has all the pictures of any celebrity that's been to the Playboy Mansion.
Oh wow!
And he's got some doozies in there apparently.
Why did he wait till he was like 90 to release them?
Well, he hasn't released them.
Like,
I think they're now just calling all the people that are in them and say, "Hey, do you want to pick up your photos? They're ready."
Yeah, we're a 30-year-old.
Supposedly, there's one of Dolly Parton.
Who's that? Country singer.
I will always love you.
Oh, that one. Isn't that Whitney
She did
Houston?
the original. Whitney Houston covered it. And this is a contentious issue, but I reckon the Whitney Houston version was better.
I've only heard the Whitney Houston version, really.
Anyway, last time on Smarten Yourself, we didn't get through all the topics we wanted to. So
we're going to start.
I'm going to start with my Kiss story.
And then cool.
So this is when I went to see Kiss. Now, Kiss is a rock band.
I'm highly sure everyone listening to this is aware.
I might be talking about Hershey's Kiss, like the chocolate.
There was another band named Kiss. Like, before Kiss.
Well, they don't matter. Anyway.
Obviously, they didn't get anywhere. But continue, yes, with your Kiss story.
So I went to go see them live because it was one of those bands where I'm like, you need to see it live before
People
they
start
die.
dying. Yeah.
And like I don't listen to much of Kiss's songs. There's a couple of good ones, but it's about 90% filler.
Yeah, I get that with Kiss.
And the funny thing is that they're one of their hit singles was released on the drummer's solo album, and that's like one of the classic Kiss songs.
Live to Win?
Beth.
Oh.
No, the drummer. Paul Stanley's the singer.
Oh, okay, yep.
Anyway, they were touring in support of their new album, which they didn't even play any songs from it. But
yeah, I can't imagine why.
And this new album, they had an exclusive deal with Walmart.
Yeah.
And I think it didn't occur to Paul Stanley that there wasn't a Walmart anywhere in Australia, right? So he's saying, they played one song from the new album. That's when everyone got up to go to the toilet, basically.
Oh, that was the interlude song.
That's the
intermission song.
Anyway,
rather.
he's like, and this album is exclusive only to Walmart. Everybody with me. Walmart. Walmart. Walmart.
No. You know what that reminds me of? The Simpsons, when Homer gets indoctrinated into the cult. And it's like, no, leader. That's what that reminds me of. It's just like I can imagine that meeting. Walmart's like, all right, Paul Stanley, look, just, I don't know, get them chanting Walmart or something. And that'll like embed like the idea that they need to go to Walmart.
Yeah. I mean, I think they distributed it at Kmart here or iTunes.
Which
I don't
one?
think it was on iTunes.
We have one that they don't. And that's our equivalent of Walmart. Big Dub?
Maybe.
Yeah.
They have a Kmart and they have a Target over there, but it's different companies.
It's probably Big W's version of...
I guess.
Bro, I don't know. They don't.
Well, they have Woolworths over there, but it's not Oh no, they have Woolworths in England, but it's not a grocery store.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Bunnings is now over in England.
Did they bring snags over?
No, probably. But it'll probably be those
But they call them sausages there.
Sausages. Sausages on a piece of bread with some tomato ketchup. That's a really bad English accent. I'm really good at doing English accents. I'm going to do a good one now. Blimey, governor! No, I'm kidding.
It's like the Simpsons version of an Australian accent.
Oh, Bruno Dundridge. That's not his name. But that's the dad's name. I can't remember.
Tobias.
Tobias. Did you place a 9-hour direct call to the States?
It was an emergency call from the International Drainage Commission in Springfield. Yeah. It used to bother me that accent, because it was just like,
oh, yeah.
I've never heard an Australian that talks like that.
That's the thing, right? It's like, all right, there's the whole thing about a poo, and a poo's like, yes, he's a racist stereotype. Yes, most of the people that are racist stereotypes on The Simpsons, it's like Luigi, groundskeeper Willie, like the Luigi that passed at the pastry chef.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And like, they're all racist stereotypes, but it's like we had an episode dedicated and they were like, oh, how do Australia punish people? Oh, they'd kick them in the ass with a big boot.
Well, they're right about Apu being stereotypical, because like Indians in their barbershop bands, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
And their sports cars. Jeez. I mean, the main stereotypical thing. All right, the accent's not the best of Indian accents on TV. Then what? Okay, the arranged marriage. That's a thing.
Store.
Then there's.
But that's only a convenience store is also a thing. It's not. Okay, there's a 7-Eleven around the corner from work, which there are a lot of people of a lot of races that work there, but of all the people that I've seen there, at least half of them are Indian or Nepalese or Bangladeshi or Pakistani.
No, I think it's just that whole. There's a real, like, enterprising, entrepreneurial kind of culture amongst Indian.
I get that.
At least amongst Indian immigrants, I don't know about.
Well, that's the thing. It's like a lot of them come over to be engineers or IT over here, and that's why like the work visa has been. I'm gonna burp. I'm not gonna burp. Oh, I burped. Okay. But yeah, it's
when I was working in a nursing home, the person who was training me was a doctor in India, and not even like an Indian, like a qualified doctor. And in Australia, because the qualifications don't transfer, she was the lowest ranking nurse.
Wow.
So there's registered nurses, which are like, they administer medications and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then there's enrolled nurses, which they just do like dressing changes and stuff, and like basic medical stuff. And then below they call them assistant nurses, or AINs, assistant in nursing, right? Mm-hmm. And they have they like bathe the patients and like change their beds and like take them to the toilet, change bedpans. Like I smelt things that no man was ever meant to smell. I mean, no human was ever meant to smell.
Yeah, Michael, that's sexist. Women shouldn't smell them either.
Yeah.
Or whatever gender you assign yourself.
No, because that could have been like really bad, because it would sound as though like, well, yes, handling the bedpans, that's a woman's job. Which the guy who was the most suited for the job though at that place, he'd had his nose removed.
Oh.
And like it like reconstructed from, like, they took a piece of his rib and then they put skin from like his hand or his belly around it, and then they just fashioned a nose out of basically stuff from the rest of his body.
Wow.
And but as a consequence, he didn't have a sense of smell. And I was like, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, that's the job you'd want it in.
Yeah.
I mean, however, if there's something like a gas leak in the hospital, yeah, no, that's probably not the greatest idea.
Because like we were changing what do you call them?
Dressing?
No.
Clothes?
An adult sanitary pad.
A nappy?
You can't call them nappies though, because it's demeaning, sort of. Which I get that.
I apologise to all people out there wearing adult sanitary whatever they were.
Sanitary pads.
But isn't a sanitary pad...
Oh, no, it's confusing. I was confused because they were like, we've got to change your pads. And I thought, but don't they stop that when they turn like 50?
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, anyway, we were changing the pad and the poor lady had a urine infection. And it was unquestionably the worst thing I've ever smelled.
Yeah, I can get that.
Because it was like slightly sweet, but it still had that ammonia edge to it.
Slightly sweet. What the hell? That's gross. I have had many people come to my desk at work being like, I'm like, oh, hi sir, what can I do? And then like what can I do for you? And then like I turn around and I'm like, and it's like, did you last bathe in 2010, or was it this year or last year? Because God. And like I've had clients be like, I work in customer service. They've come to me and done something, and then they've gone away, and then I've seen them like a week later, same clothes, same stains on the clothes. It is disgusting. And I'm like, I'm just going to put myself on off for a second.
Yeah, but you sure they haven't just got a wardrobe filled with the same outfit, all of it with the same stains in the same spots?
I mean, if they did, well done. But no, it's like, I don't know, I guess you can like spill egg down yourself twice in the same spot. I had this guy who came in a suit. It wasn't like a business suit, it was like an old person suit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
like a tweed jacket sort of deal.
Yeah, and like he had the same egg stain on the same tie, like 2 or 3 weeks apart. Speaking of suits, we've got another segment to do from last episode.
Oh yeah.
In business yourself.
In business yourself. Business. Profits. Projections.
Can we make a theme song for this? We should. Okay, but we need to make it like.
We've got to pick a different genre.
Yeah, like 90s, like...
Hip-hop?
No! That's... Yeah, in business yourself. Get it up, your son. No. You need to make it like... You know how you see those like 90s like how-to videos? Usually about the internet.
Yeah, and they got like the cheesy-ass music. Yeah,
and it's it's got like the dial-up sound in it. Probably should have spoke about this off air. Oh, we'll do it next time. But yes, what was your business idea? Because mine's sort of lame.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you had one.
Oh, I do have one. It is sort of lame, as I've just discussed. But so the other night, me and Kate were watching TV, and I was like, do I need a qualification to be a yoga instructor? And Katie was like, well, no, not really. You can just whatever. And I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn up and be like, namaste. Namaste.
Oh, you got the ponytail too.
Right?
You just got to braid it.
I do. I can put braids in, and I can just walk around being namaste, and I'm like, all right, cool. Now we're going to salute the dog. I don't know if that's a pose. Salute the sun is praise the sun. Praise the sun. Yeah, one of these. And like Katie was like, right, do a yoga pose. And I did it poorly, but if I did it a lot and was paid to do it.
Be a yoga instructor, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much a yoga class is, like $50 an hour or something.
What you got to do is you got to invent a new type of yoga.
Did that come through on the podcast?
I don't think it did, but you'll be able to hear
it sounded very okay.
But I will just.
But yeah, no, yeah, okay. So this is good.
Solved.
We invent a new yoga.
Yeah, you got to be like that Bikram yoga guy, but like preferably without the rape.
Like, wait, what?
Well,
did
I don't know if it was necessarily. I think it was just like sexual assault. So it's like,
Isn't that just rape?
well, there's a legal distinction that I'm not.
Oh,
that's
okay.
too complicated for. Well, I don't really.
So it's written
understand
down
the
in a
difference.
book somewhere, and that'll be the creepiest law book ever.
Well,
It'd be
it's just
like,
the law. Well, that's the law.
yeah, but no, like it's like written down as in like, in all like legal jargon, and it would be like, rape is inclusive of this, this, and this, but not limited to this, this, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think the whole thing he was in trouble for was he groped people when he was helping them like get into poses.
Yoga. That's the
He
act
was helping
of
them to
yoga.
yoga,
Yes.
right? So like, it's like no, you have to get your legs further back. So you like grab them and like maybe put a discreet finger somewhere or whatever. He was a bastard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There was a crazy moment where he was interviewed shortly after the accusations came out, and he said, "Why would I do that when women would pay $1 million for a single drop of my sperm?"
Oh yeah, no, I saw
that guy.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah.
So yeah, don't do that, but do invent a new type of yoga.
Yeah.
What about cold yoga?
Oh, yoga in a fridge. Do you know anyone with an industrial fridge?
Hmm?
Do you know anyone with an industrial fridge?
It can't be that hard. All you need is like 7 air conditioners.
Ah, actually, now that I think about it, there's a thing that I followed on YouTube. Not YouTube. What the hell am I follow on YouTube? Instagram. It's called Fury Yoga. My brother was putting stuff up about it, and I was like, that looks cool. So I followed it, and it's Fury Yoga. So the title's pretty self-evident. But from what I can tell, I have no idea about it. They just do yoga with beer and like Rage Against the Machine.
That annoys me about like marketing people, because it's like, oh, how do we get men into this? Oh, beer and rock and roll and lumberjacks. Like, come on.
Wear plaid and grow beards and chop down some wood while we yoga.
Actually, lumberjack yoga would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Although that could tie in with your other idea of the gym, where they just do manual labour for
they
you.
just build a house, yeah. But not actually build a house. You're like, I need 20 cinder blocks, stat. And they're like, ooh, 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 and they run off and get in. And then it's like,
stat.
What?
You said stat, and I was just like I've never heard anyone but a doctor say stat.
Do even doctors say stat? Like, isn't that just like a Hollywood thing?
It's a thing you write on a form. I don't think they say it.
Oh.
You write stat, and it's like, okay, that's a priority thing you need. Like, that's a priority test.
Oh, yeah.
Put it to the front of the queue. He said the problem is everybody writes stat because...
Yeah, it's like it, it's...
Like, that's the first thing my dad was told was like, oh, yeah, write stat whether you want it quickly or not.
Yeah, it's like at work we have to send off to different departments for information. And every time we send something off, it's urgent.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of if it's like, if the person's like, oh, I'm going on holidays for 3 weeks. It's like, don't worry, we'll have it back by tomorrow morning.
You need a special, like, double urgent, just in case.
Yeah, like super urgent.
But then everyone's going to use that. So really, you should just get rid of bureaucracy entirely.
Merge all
we govern ourselves by using a sentient slime that's also a computer, like in Japan.
That's not a thing.
Well, not yet.
What do you mean? No, there's not going to be a thing.
It will be in the future, which is today's topic.
Oh, that was a good segue.
Roll the theme tune.
Yeah, roll the theme tune, Michael.
Learning. Smart. Self-help. Podcast.
And big your mind. beautiful.
That was amazing.
Oh, makes me show my shed a tear every time.
It's like Shakespeare's sonnets, right? Stairway to Heaven. This.
Us.
Yeah.
I mean, just Us as a song in general.
Yeah. So what I was talking about with the sentient slime, right?
Yeah.
Is so you know how they have bullet trains?
Yes. Not just in Japan.
I mean, I think they started in Japan. I feel like that's a thing.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway.
If anyone was going to do it, it'd be Japan.
So they did this experiment where there's this type of slime that builds a colony of itself, and it creates lines where it transports nutrients. So they put the slime on a model of Tokyo, where the central station in Tokyo is, and then it constructed lines, and like it was a terrain map.
Yeah.
And it constructed an exact replica of the metro system in Japan, in Tokyo, based only on the fact that there was the terrain that was in the little model where they put it. And it was exactly the same.
Wow.
So when they do new projects, they consult the slime and it finds the most efficient thing for the terrain. It's not sentient, but yet.
Yeah, that's the next thing. Google
SlimeNet.
SlimeNet. Google or Chinese Google or whatever it's called will get in there and be like, here you go, here's some AI.
Well, I think Chinese Google's just the Chinese government.
Well, yeah, but like, you know how China's playing with AI as well, and
I'm certain they've probably cloned a human at this point, because they cloned
Yeah, what are they cloning?
They cloned a monkey. And I'm just
That's
like,
right,
okay,
yeah.
they're setting up. This is the foreplay for when they announce, oh yeah, we also cloned a human.
Oh, but yeah, I'm not going to make that joke. That's a racist joke, Jared.
No, you're not going to make that joke.
Woo! Whoops. Do with that what you want, people. But yeah, no, it's isn't the whole thing about cloning where it doesn't work, because if you take cells from for me example, if you take cells from me to clone me, sure, a baby's born, but that baby's like 24.
Sort of, yeah. You age way. I think the clones age way faster.
That makes sense.
But
Why aren't we cloning humans? Oh,
it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, actually, no. Now that I say it, yeah.
I love that. Why aren't we cloning humans? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Oops.
Okay.
But Star Wars could happen.
That's terrifying.
Clones, and then someone just has to make a whole bunch of robots. We have the prequels, and then what comes after the prequels is better because it's
Yeah,
chronological.
what comes after the thing that's better is arguably worse.
But yes, but Rogue was good.
Yeah, but Rogue happened between them, so it still had that magic from rubbing off.
The rubber, yeah.
Anyway,
Being
but
slotted
that's
in
not
between
in
3
that
and
wasn't in
4
the future. That was a long time ago.
in a galaxy far, far away.
That's
True.
That's the rest of the quote. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
So, lab-grown meat.
Yeah,
You know how they grow meat on like a petri dish?
they do that.
Would you eat it?
Well, one, I would ask I would ask 3 questions. Is it safe? Where was it grown? Because if it's like, oh yeah, this was grown in a shanty town in Vietnam, I'd be like, I don't need my third question. I'm just going to say no. My third question is, what does it taste like? Like, I know they made a seaweed that was basically just bacon. Like they GM'd some sort of seaweed which tasted exactly like, if you salted it and cured it and whatever, it tasted exactly like bacon. It's called fakin or something. I don't know.
Oh,
And there's turkey bacon. Yeah, that's different.
Well, the other thing I was thinking, would a vegan eat lab-grown meat?
But what is it grown from? Is it grown from plants or meat?
Oh, like it's just they take like one cell from a
and then
cow,
they get
and then they make it replicate until it's like a
meat.
little burger patty sort of looking thing. I think like that's roughly what happens. I'm not that smart.
No, don't tell them that. Oh my god. He's very smart, Michael. Future Michael, just edit that out. Okay, cool, thanks.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, we've got to damage control that. Woo. Do you know what would happen if people figured out we weren't that unlearned?
Yeah, that'd be terrifying.
This show would go down the hole.
Where was I? Oh yeah, so vegans eating lab meat.
Well, it would make sense.
On the one hand, I guess taking a couple of cells out of a cow is technically exploiting an animal.
Yeah, but isn't the whole veganism thing where it's they live only to die? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah,
Does that mean they can make
like that? They're not okay with eggs or milk.
Yeah,
I mean, the way they get milk's pretty messed up. But
yeah, the way they get eggs is pretty messed up.
not.
Well, caged eggs, yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Granted, but
Well, I mean, like
it doesn't have to be messed up. It has to be messed up for milk.
yeah,
They have to because they have to be constantly pregnant.
that's right. Yeah, no, I saw this. Yeah,
And like, I don't know, what are you going to do with the calf? The calf can't have the milk because that's what the big machine's for.
yeah, that's a good point.
So I think the calves just become veal.
Circle of life.
Well, no, the circle of life would be if they got eaten by an animal that eats
human.
cows.
And then that
Yeah,
human doesn't
okay.
get eaten by anything,
Okay.
unless it goes in, like, I don't know, the water and sharks. But like, if we go into the sharks bit of the ocean, yes. But if the sharks come into our bit of the ocean, no, that's not on shark. You know, this is our side. This is our
See,
bit of the ocean.
I have more of a problem with milk than with meat, and I still drink milk.
Yeah, there was an SBS Vice documentary, and really good channel. It's rather informative, and it's like cool documentaries, not like the ancient blue-billed swallow.
Are you kidding me?
Patiently wait.
David Attenborough's the shit.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. Okay, I'm trying to think of a boring one. I don't know. They're all pretty interesting topics. Whatever. They're less boring. So, like, there's Hamilton's Cornucopia, which is about drugs and a guy named Hamilton. He basically goes to, like, the ends of the earth to find, like, different drugs and stuff. And
That's pretty cool.
yeah. Look at it. It's actually really interesting. I found it interesting.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, though, because if it's an offshoot of Vice, it
Yeah.
is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Vice always did that kind of stuff.
But, okay,
They had one of the best articles I've ever read, which was about the Botswana death metal scene. It was the best thing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
One of the singers was called Coffin Feeder. And they're all dressed like cowboys, and they're wearing leather in the middle of Botswana.
And
I mean, like all leather pants too.
Yeah, that's what cowboys wore, because cows... Coming back to cows, I basically saw a documentary on the other side of the vegan lifestyle, which was weird for Vice, because Vice is usually all like up about veganism and stuff. But yeah, so basically it said, look, the general gist of it was, if you... Sure, so let's just instantly assume that everyone just stops eating meat. One, the environmental ramifications of that, soy production will need to triple, and soy production actually damages the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Things like pine nuts and tree nuts and stuff like that, which is which is a staple vegan food, exploits a lot of humans in a lot of third world countries. So it's like you're just substituting animal pain for human pain.
And even then, you have to...
Or other way around, rather.
You have to, like, kill or displace a whole bunch of animals to clear out a soy paddock.
Yeah, it's like palm oil kills orangutans or something. That was the thing that KFC got in trouble a while ago.
Plus, there's a whole thing with soy where it's like men shouldn't really eat it because
Really?
it lowers your testosterone.
Oh, is that why people are called soy boys?
Yeah, that's that whole like 4chan insult, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's but no, it's why like vegan men have that certain musculature to them. Apart from the fact that they also don't eat much protein anyway,
Proteins.
because it's hard to get it as a vegan.
And iron. Oh no, green vegetables.
I think the whole thing with spinach was
Popeye's favourite food.
well, that too, but I think they put a decimal point too far in one direction and made the iron level look 10 times what it actually was.
Oh. Yeah, whoops.
That's what I've heard. I don't know how true that is. And that's where they got the whole Popeye eats the spinach. Suddenly there's a battleship inside his bicep sort of thing.
And his forearms stay the same the whole time.
It's funny. He skips bicep day. It's bizarre.
Yeah, how do you even, like, isn't that the whole thing with working your arms? It's your forearms just generally toe the line.
I think you can work your forearm you hold the
grip.
barbell, and then you have your wrist pointing down, and then you bring it back up, and that works this. See how that's moving there?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
I think that's how you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. Or like, what about the squeezy things?
That works too.
Yeah, that would.
Because like your grip is connected. Like the strength of your grip is connected to your forearm.
Yeah, I can.
somehow.
Yeah, I'm feeling that in my arm. I'm doing the action at the moment, just for those listening along at home.
Yeah, we look really like if there was no audio, there wouldn't be a podcast. But if someone saw us without being able to hear what we were doing, they'd just see us like moving our hands in weird, perverted looking ways, trying to mimic these exercises.
Yeah. No, that actually feels better.
But now you just look like you're revving a motorcycle. Wouldn't that be funny if like that actually did work it out and every motorcycle rider just had one giant forearm?
One giant forearm, yeah.
Like tennis players?
Yeah, it's... Have you seen like the side-by-sides of tennis players before and after, like coming up to a big whatever?
A whatever?
Like a big state, like a
tournament?
Tournament, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Or have you seen like I like sports before and afters because it's like looking at especially like baseball players and stuff, especially in like the 80s and 90s, looking at them before or just as they were starting out and then just before they retired. So there's this one guy which is a really good I forget his name. What's his name? He's in the Washington Redskins, I want to say. That's a baseball team, I assume?
I think so. There's the one with that super racist logo. So there's there's the Cleveland Indians, and then there's the Washington Redskins. I think they're different.
I think Washington Redskins isn't the racist one. The Washington Redskins is a football team.
But it does have that logo?
No, it doesn't really. It's sort of solemn and dignified. I guess, I don't know. Like what is it?
You know the one I'm talking about? Where
it's like the something Indians.
Maybe it is the Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland Indians mascot. That's the first thing.
Yeah, there it is.
He is.
Yeah.
Hey. I mean, look, I'm not saying that calling them. I know the Redskins, like calling them the Washington Redskins, is a big, whatever, controversial issue.
Both of them are pretty bad, pretty controversial over there.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's kind of like calling it like the New York. No, I won't say that. Let's just say the New York Jews. You can say worse things, but
yeah. No, like I get that. I get the cultural indifference, and then there's the people that are like, no, it's been the Washington Redskins for like forever.
They just got to change what they mean. They just changed it to the candy. No, we're named after those pink
which I think
pink
are only
strap
sold
candies.
I think they're only sold in Australia.
We're named after that obscure Australian candy. Nothing to do with Indians.
We have a like.
And you know, they're not even Indians because they just called them Indians because they're like, oh, they're brown. Yeah, they're Indians.
Didn't they think they landed in India or something?
Oh, that might be it, yeah.
Yeah.
But they were just sort of like, oh, yeah, that's Indians. I don't know what that is.
I
don't know what Indians are. That's Indians.
It's supposed to called the West Indies.
Yeah.
Because I thought they landed in India.
Yeah, so they call them Indians. Or Redskins. Or,
Yes.
yeah. And now I don't think they say Native American anymore. I think they say, like, First Nations or something.
Yeah, I guess that's like
Which
with
they
us.
were, like, legit nations and with cities and stuff.
I guess that's like us with Aboriginals, where we're meant to call them Indigenous Australians.
Yeah, I think they're trying to change it to, like, First People now as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's
No
easier to say.
hate on the Indigenous Australians.
Well, I mean, I missed the whole memo when Aboriginal wasn't the correct thing to say. Because
Really?
I don't know, when I was going through, like, when do you learn about them in school? Like primary school?
Yeah, primary. Yeah,
It was like, they
primary
said
school.
Aboriginal Australians.
No, they didn't. I had my year 3 teacher go nuts at someone for calling them Aboriginal.
Did you say Aboriginal or did you say Abos?
Aboriginal.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember it was because it was the kid that had just come over from India, and he'd been living here for like a year and a half. And my teacher was like, he's like, I'm not going to do the voice. He was like, we were learning about it, and he's like, he got up to his presentation or something, and he was like, Aboriginals, and she was like, no, what?
Really?
Yeah, like my year 3 teacher, she was a bit of a hothead.
Were you at my school? Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Is she friends with a cyborg general? Is she related to a cyborg general?
No.
Or-
That was the better teacher.
Ah.
It was.
I know who the other one was.
Yes. Yeah, you know who.
Is
that
she
was.
related to our good friend Nielsen?
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, she had that look about her.
Yeah, I remember, and like the kid was like, "I'm sorry," and he just because he had like palm cards or whatever, he was just like, he obviously vetted himself, which is pretty smart. I would have kept going. I would have been like, "No, this is it's not our word," but yeah, I don't know. It's Indigenous relations.
It's interesting how the euphemisms always. Well, are euphemisms? I don't know. The correct term always changes, and then the last version of the correct term becomes like taboo.
Inappropriate. Yeah.
Because like I don't know, when my dad was going through med school, that was when the politically correct way to say like someone with a mental disability was a retarded person.
Hate crime.
Well, yeah, and then like sometimes he still says it out of habit because that's what he was told was the politically correct, like,
and then
appropriate word
it was
to use.
disabled, and then it was
And then we were like differently abled for a little while.
yeah, and then
there was like special person. And the problem is every single one of those became the insult as soon as people figured out what it meant.
I don't know if this was on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but there's handy capable.
Yeah, I think that was the 90s. That's a really 90s thing.
Yeah, putting 2 words together. Yeah.
But people end up using those as insults anyway.
Oh,
At least in that instance, because like,
what are you, handy capable or something? Or
yeah. I mean, I haven't heard that one. And it's something really, really ambiguous now. It's like functional needs or something.
yeah, no. I have a friend that's working in that area at the moment, and I dropped the R bomb in front of her, and she's like, "Can you not say that, please?" And I was like, "My bad." But how is flame retardant? How is like flame retardant? How is that still?
Retard, the verb, means to slow down.
Do you know if
It's French from the French retard, which means slow
means late
or something like that.
It's like
What's the difference between slow and late?
Well, when you say "je suis un retard," I am late.
I am a late.
Oh, I am. So je suis retard.
I am a latte.
But yeah, no, it's like, don't they just put in European languages? Like, it's a me, a man. Okay, I get that's Japanese. Okay, I'm not. All right.
Man, you're just...
Woo! We are full of it tonight. Future Michael, if you could vet this
Yeah.
episode, thanks.
But yeah, like when my dad was going through med school, they were like, look, you should call... the correct word is retarded. You can't call them spastics anymore. And then probably when like the last generation,
previously
they were like, you have to call them spastics from now on. You can't call them mongoloids
anymore. It's I don't know. It's PC, like political correctness. I think has become the new like racist. Hear me out.
That's a hot take there.
No, because like, well, okay, this is gonna sound. Really
I was being
bad.
sarcastic. Lots of people think this.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, but like, so like, in previous generations, everyone was racist. Now in this generation, everyone's PC. Do you see where I'm going with it?
Yeah, I think there's like a whole underlying assumption that, like, minorities are inherently disadvantaged just because of how they are, and like they need our special white help to get them through. Like, I think there's a lot of people who are really into the whole
like I'm just
whole activist thing because they want to be white Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna preface that there. I do understand in a lot of Western countries that the way that society was set up in times when it was racist, so that wasn't even that long ago. It was 50 years ago. Like,
I don't know. It depends.
Like most of our parents are 50. Like, so like
there was
for
still
example,
like covert stuff in the 90s and even now.
Oh yeah, no, but when it was the big like Martin Luther King and stuff, that was like the big turning points. I'm saying,
yeah,
like previous to that, like they would set suburbs up. So, all right, Italian migrants go here, Greek migrants go here. That's why you get places like, just off the top of my head, Leichhardt, yeah, perfect, yeah. There's a very aging Italian, which is great because there's heaps good food.
The impression I get is that the first couple of Italians went there, and then all the other Italians, who probably didn't know a great deal of English, went to where all the Italians already were.
Yeah,
because they can speak Italian.
Yeah,
so they can actually be understood.
But
so I don't know, like it was the government going.
Oh, not specifically in Australia, but in places like UK and America and stuff, it was like, all right, we're going to put you people over here.
They definitely did it with the Jews in Germany, like before all the Holocaust stuff. Like, when they were leading up to it, they were like, oh, well, you can live in this nice little suburb here. Oh, we're just putting a wall around it. Chill out. Don't worry.
It's for protection. We're keeping the other people. But yeah, no, it's we're getting very vaguely racist here.
Well, look, there's
there's
political correctness, and then there's like not being a dick.
Actually,
right?
That's a good point.
Because there's like, I don't know, like someone's complaining about freedom. Like I don't know, you see someone complaining about freedom of speech on 4chan or something, and then they're like, "Man, freedom of speech is dead." I'm like, "Oh, why?" "Oh, because someone complained to me when I said nigger." Why can't I say horrible words and not get called out on it? Like the whole thing, freedom of speech is, it's like you don't get arrested by the government, for saying things, except in Britain where that Nazi pug guy got arrested. That was messed up, dude.
Yeah, that was
not the video. The video was actually kind of funny.
Whatever, yeah.
But I mean, it was dumb, but it was funny. And the fact that he's going to jail, well, maybe going to jail for a year. I don't know what the sentence was. I don't think they've put the sentence yet.
What classes as a hate crime? Like I do realize I say hate crime a lot when people are like, differently abled.
I don't know.
Hate crime.
It's kind of vague. Like it depends where you are, but it's like some places it'll be. It's an extra, like it's like you do a normal crime and then they'll charge you with a hate crime on top of what they're charging you. Yeah. So it'll get you an extra like 5 years. Okay. But there's also, like in Australia, I think if you there's a thing about inciting violence against the calling for violence against the population group.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Although I don't know if that's just on media. I don't know. They got Andrew Bolt with it.
Who's Andrew Bolt?
He's like that conservative
Oh, yeah, he's
columnist.
Like radio.
He's either radio or TV.
Yeah.
He's on Sky News, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's
Which, like most of those guys, you could just take out the conservative columnist part, just replace it with professional dickhead.
yeah.
Because like all they do is like, all right, what's the most
can
provocative
yeah.
opinion I could take on this issue?
How do I get
Boom.
How do I get all the old white racist Australians to comment on the Facebook post being like, "Yep, that's correct. We don't want any of those XYZs in our country," and then the opposite end, the Newtowner left wing being like, "How dare you say this? I'm offended on behalf of that race."
Mm.
Yeah. Also, just a quick question.
Yeah.
What was the topic? I remember the Japanese
Future.
squid. Oh, Future, that was it. Yeah.
Wait. What was the next thing? I did have I've got my notes here. Jets on things that don't normally have jets.
What are we putting jets on? Like, what would be cool with jets on it?
Well, someone's trying to make a jet train,
Which
would be pretty sick. I mean,
Well-
possibly horrifically dangerous.
Oh, that's the thing. It's trains run on electricity now, not petrol, and like a jet engine needs petrol. So it's like, are you gonna
Electric jets.
does that exist? Like, I know ramjets are a thing.
I don't think so. Oh, a ramjet train.
Yeah, but like, how do you stop it exploding? Ramjets generally just explode after a period of time.
Well, yeah, that's why they put them on missiles.
Yeah.
Okay, what about jet trucks?
Trucks don't need to get anywhere that fast. If you're going to put jets on a truck, you might as well, if you're carrying freight, right? Let's say you're carrying freight from here to Brisbane, right? 1,050 kilometres or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if you just put it on a plane, it'll get there in 30 minutes and you'll be good.
What about... Okay. What about a jet bus? I guess that's just a plane, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a plane. And like...
All right, well, what would you put a jet on? Mr. I know what jets should be on.
I'm trying to think of things that don't have jets on them, but I'm just coming up with like, I was going to be like, helicopter. No, they have jets. Like to push them forward, like the fast ones.
Yeah, I think they do.
I don't know. Boat. No, jet boats are a thing. But not actual jets. They're just really fast boats.
Someone did try to make a jet-powered boat. Probably.
Jet backpack.
Like some kind of jetpack.
That's what we'd call it.
Well, I think...
I don't know. Like most things, like...
Hold on a sec. Jet. Boat. You keep going, I'm just...
Oh, okay. I don't know. Jet skateboard.
Oh, no, that's...
That'd be cool. No, not really. Because
That would be even more
Jet
precarious than a
surfing.
regular... But like water jets or
No, like
jets?
F-35 bomber jets, where it's like, and it's like, because you just like that super thrust and you just surf.
Okay, I can't find jet engine boats, but I'm sure it's a thing.
Look, it's been done. Everything, I'll be like, jet cactus, done.
What about jet cups?
Do you need to drink that fast? Or
Yes. I don't know.
that would hurt. Like your face. It's
Yeah, you know what? Let's let's not get too judicious with the jets, eh?
yeah, okay.
Okay. What's my next thing? Okay. Will fish be made of plastic?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's so much plastic in the water. You know,
Yeah.
there's that giant garbage island
Yeah.
in the
You
Pacific.
know that's like the size of Queensland?
Is it that big?
Yeah, it's that big.
I
And it just
heard it was
floats
the
around.
size of Texas.
Oh, they're probably about the same size.
I think Texas is about 2/3 of Queensland.
I wonder what is bigger. I think Texas might be just slightly bigger. But no, yeah, it's like
Well, Texas is actually bigger than America.
actually this
That's
is
how big Texas is.
this is very current for this week specifically. Not when the podcast comes out, but they've just created an enzyme to break down plastics, and it works.
Oh, the thing that they stick in the ocean, and it's like a giant like dragnet.
No, it's an actual like enzyme. I don't know. I saw it on ABC News, and it was like there were these like biomed students being like, "Yes, we've created an enzyme that breaks down plastics." But it's like I don't know if it just melts them or it eats them or something. But like I don't know. So Texas is 695,000 kilometers squared. Do you think Queensland is bigger or smaller than that? All right, here we go. What was it, 695? Size of Queensland. Queensland. It is considerably larger. Considerably larger. Like, it's over double. Yeah. It's 1,853,000.
No, see, that's the messed up thing with... okay, so there's at least a Texas, possibly a Queensland worth of garbage island.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know if it's like an island or if it's just...
It's just an amalgamation of garbage that float.
It's like a big floating patch.
Yeah, in the world, so you've got like America and then... Who's on the other side?
Europe.
No, the other side. Asia, yeah. And it's just the current goes like that.
Yeah, it's a big...
And it just floats around that current.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the other messed up thing is there's so much plastic just broken down in the water as particles that when you eat a fish, you're eating plastic. Jeez. Well, a certain amount of plastic because it's just gone through their gills and their body and all that. And because they eat plastic. Like a turtle opens its mouth to eat plankton, it eats plastic.
Plastic, yeah.
The whales are eating plastic. Everything's going to be plastic in the ocean.
Yeah, whale does taste a bit.
In fact, the ocean's going to be entirely plastic. You'll just be able to walk across it.
You'll just be able to walk over. It's like, all right, I'm going to head over to the States. Let's get on a motorbike.
See you in 17 years.
Yeah, see you in 17 years. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's like, are you just asking me random questions now?
No.
Can I ask you one?
All right.
Given the chance... Future, yeah. Given the chance in the future, would you kiss a man?
Is that it?
Yes.
Like there's no like...
No, there's no just given the chance.
Look, it depends on the man.
Would you kiss me?
We already have.
Oh. All right. That'll be next episode. It won't be next episode. We'll kiss between episodes. All right. Next question. Future. All right. Do you reckon... This is me coming from like a sci-fi / game place.
Yeah.
Do you reckon... So the game, Deus Ex Human Revolution, that's in like 2050, right?
Yeah.
Do you reckon in 50 years people will be cutting off limbs and replacing them with robot parts? Willingly. Not because of disabilities, but because people are like, I just want mad, like, I want to be a registered flex offender.
That's amazing. Wait, did you ask that question just to make that joke?
No, I didn't, but I didn't make up that joke. That's someone on Twitter.
It can sort of happen.
Like, have you played the game? Like it's legit full on working like Star Wars, where he gets both of them get the arm.
Yeah, like a proper arm.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's the next stage?
I mean, I think people will do that if it's legal, maybe if it's not, or they just like go to the doctor and like, oh doc, I was chopping
wood in my arm
in my backyard and my arm fell off.
So like,
I guess
my arm's been surgically removed at this part. Oh no, I need some augs, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to get that arm. That it's also a gun. You know,
where like the fingers split up and it's like, and it's got like blades in the elbows.
Oh, I would get that if it was like an arm and then you do that with your fingers, like you make finger guns and then it actually shoots out of your fingers. That'd be sick. But
also, I probably should reference that. So basically, the game I was saying, Human Revolution. There's a whole ethical thing about of augmentations of like legit robotic augmentations, people are like cutting off their arms and like getting orgs, and then there's like a drug that makes them work, and then it's
Org
people get
meaning
augmentation,
right.
And then like there's a drug, and then there's a whole drug thing, and then there's like a black market of that drug, and then there's like a black market of people like cutting up, killing people with orgs, and then cutting them up and selling the orgs black market, and it's really good. Highly recommend. Probably pretty cheap now because it's like almost like a 10-year-old game. Probably not. It's probably like 6 or 7.
I think people would do that though. I mean, you can already, people are already getting like, I know they're developing like, the procedure's called phalloplasty. Can you guess what it is?
Yeah. Is this the stem cell thing where they use stem cells to make your penis larger?
No, they
More on that next.
So someone who doesn't have a penis but wants one,
Yeah.
they can fashion one out of like other parts of your body. But if you want it to get erect, you need to get a like a prosthetic erecting thing stuck inside it.
Okay. So how does that work? So it's not a penis, but it's a penis.
So yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like one very much, but it does look like one if you've got pants on, like the bulge is the same.
Okay, cool. Just get a bulge. Just put a piece of bread down there or something.
Piece of bread.
Yeah, so you get the best shape. Don't ask. No, it's a modeling thing. So Calvin Klein, you know how they have like, there's like there's the line down the middle, and then there's the 2 lines going down the side.
Yeah.
Of the
Yeah.
boxer shorts or briefs or whatever they're called. Yeah, the piece of bread fits perfectly in there to give you a enhanced jump.
Yeah, but that doesn't work if you haven't got one. Like that enhances an existing penis.
Yeah, I know.
This is like we're building a whole new one from scratch.
Yeah. But there's
it's organic homegrown. That's not really organic, but
there is a new development in plastic surgery was using stem cells to generate more flesh, which
that's horrible. Now, where do they do this? So I know which doctor.
So I know which doctor can avoid. Yeah, and so basically, it's apparently it's been used for breast augmentations for like the last year or something, and it's costs about the same, right? So you can get a balloon.
So wait, you could get both done.
No. You could get both either done for about the same price. I think it's slightly more expensive, but you're not putting balloons in your tits, right?
So it feels like the real deal.
Yeah, you're actually growing more
breast tissue.
Breast tissue, yeah, basically. And it also works on men for embiggening penises, not getting breasts. Just had to clarify that.
Well, I was once on a medication that could have given me breasts.
Is it called eating chicken? Because there's enough hormones in chicken now where it's just...
I don't know about that. But, no, it was a epilepsy medication.
Oh, wow.
That, like, in some tiny number of people causes men to grow breasts.
Like, obviously not, like, full-on working.
No, they lactate.
Wow. But they just want lactate, like goo or whatever, not actual
Yeah,
milk.
like not
Yeah.
not like effective milk and not much, but it does leak.
This may get a bit after dark on the podcast.
Smarten yourself after dark.
We should do and smarten yourself up late.
We're pretty up. Oh, we're not that up late.
No, as in like, you know how there was like Big Brother Up Late, which was just Big Brother without the censored.
Yeah, that was basically like an excuse to put porn on TV.
Oh, incredibly so.
I mean,
yes.
I still stayed up late to watch it, but
It was like 9:30. It wasn't even that late.
yeah.
No. Yes.
'Cause
Yeah, it was like 9:30.
I had a crush on that Bunny Ears chick from the first one.
What? Really?
Yeah. She was quirky.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like. I like looking at quirky. But no, yeah, it's I forgot what I was saying. No, we should do a Smart Yourself Up Late and be like, just play like smooth like jazz in the background and be like, oh, Michael, so let's smarten the people about sex. Let's get that. Let's got the. No, that's definitely not jazzy.
Yeah, this could go somewhere.
All right, cool. And Smart Yourself Up Late. We'll do that at some point.
All right, what have I got next? Okay, flying cars. Do you reckon it would happen, or would they make sense at all?
Didn't they make it so it's like someone did the maths and was like, flying cars will take too much energy per. Well, right now the energy that we have. It was the guy was like, look, if we use petrol or solar or whatever, won't work. The only way it will work is nuclear powered. But they're like, we're not going to put nuclear power in cars. Like, come on, guys, seriously.
Well, you don't like a meltdown every time a car crashes. I mean, it probably wouldn't happen that way, but
yeah, but no, it's like that. They were like, no, it's unfeasible.
You know what would be the most messed up part though?
Mm-hmm.
Traffic jams in 3 dimensions.
Oh yeah, so you're not just boxed in left, right, and front and back. You're boxed in.
You literally can't get
left,
out.
right, front, back, up and down.
Yeah,
Quite literally, definition of boxed in.
yeah. And would they?
Wait, didn't Uber have like a Uber drone? That was in Sydney. It was an unmanned Uber drone.
What?
Yeah, it was
And it carried a person?
Yeah, one person. And they were like, I want to go here. And it was like, and it could only go like 10 different places or something because there had to be a specific landing pad or something.
Yeah, no, it's way more complicated.
Yeah. But that was the thing I don't know Uber toyed with. But flying cars, that's not plausible.
Wouldn't your job become a pain in the ass
What?
with flying cars?
Well, I thought we weren't telling people where I worked. Oh my goodness, Michael, future Michael.
He sells cars.
Yep. I mean, no. It's just a car, just whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. Although mechanics wouldn't be able to put a roadworthy sticker on them anymore.
Skyworthy.
And then eventually spaceworthy.
Spaceworthy. What happened with that whole Tesla space thing?
Well, it's still going.
He's
launching rockets into space and...
Yeah, but what happened with the cars? Are just hanging out or...
Not as in the car that he launched into space.
Yeah, what happened with that? Is this still
it's
the live
just slowly
stream?
flying away from Earth.
Oh.
Or maybe it's in orbit. I think it's in orbit.
Wasn't it flying into the sun or something?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't really know.
No, it was
I
flying to Mars.
just saw the picture.
It was getting to Mars in 1,000 years or something.
Oh, I don't know. No, you can't just point it at Mars and then it's
Yeah,
gonna
obviously
arrive at Mars
they've
'cause
got to make them meet at a point.
different
or whatever.
speeds and all that. I played enough Kerbal Space Program to know that.
Yeah, you got to get the Apple axis or something. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think it's just in orbit. So I think when the aliens arrive after we've blown up the entire planet,
Yeah,
and there's nothing left alive, they're just gonna be like, "What the hell is this thing?"
I started playing Kerbal Space Program, and I got to the YouTube video and I was like, "How to launch a rocket or land on the moon or whatever." The video is 3 hours long,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
No, you need to actually learn
teach
orbital
yourself,
mechanics.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I started watching it and I was like, and the guy talked like this. He was like, "Okay, guys, we're gonna get."
Yeah,
So
that's
we're
it.
gonna,
Yeah.
so
And
we're
then-
gonna launch a rocket into.
And they always do this. Hey guys.
Yeah, and he was like, and he sat the first 10 minutes of the video was him just talking. He was like, "Why don't you go?" And he didn't do anything in the video, and I was like, "Bro, get to the point."
Oh, I hate that. And especially when halfway they're talking about it's like, now remember to like and subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button and smash that bell. Smash the bell. Yeah. All right. Next question.
Should robots be programmed to feel pain?
Yes. Well, how would they feel pain?
I don't know, but should they be programmed to feel pain?
I think if AI gets to the point of we then start integrating robots into society. Like one of my favorite games, Overwatch. Okay, background on that. There's like a whole like Omnics where like there's like pro Omnic people and then there's like anti Omnic people, and Omnics are like integrating in society. And
so Omnics are the robots.
Yeah. So like one of the trailers, the first trailers for Overwatch is one of the characters, the sniper, Widowmaker, killing Robot Gandhi.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, not Robot Gandhi. Robot.
Malcolm X.
No, I said his name earlier in the.
Robot Luther King.
Yes, Robot Luther King. But yeah, no, and it's like if AI gets that far, and they start becoming people, then they get everything.
Yeah.
They get everything.
And you know what? They should get emotional pain, but 10 times as much. So, like, they feel grief 10 times as bad, and their low self-esteem is 10 times lower than a human's. That way, you shoot one robot, and then all the robots around it are so distressed that they just shut down. That's how you stop the robot uprising.
Yeah.
Because you don't want those filthy robots to... Is that a hate crime?
Filthy robots.
What's the robot like racial slur?
Racial slur in Overwatch specifically, or
No, just in general.
because they don't have
Droid?
one. Droid.
No one calls them droids.
Filthy droid.
Droidicas.
Get out of here, you droids.
Hey, we don't serve droids here. Do you reckon they could program a robot to write songs?
Yeah, they have. He's called Kanye West. Who? No, he's not a robot. He's anything but a robot.
Yeah, he's the least robot.
Yeah.
That he is everything that being a human is about.
I don't know. He's like a... Who just pumps out songs that are all the same? Taylor Swift.
Katy Perry.
Oh. I mean,
Or Taylor Swift, yeah.
We sort of threw the dart and sort of landed in the same spot.
Yeah. Well, they may be robots.
Highly likely. Taylor and Katie, if you're listening to this, send us an email.
Well, I don't want to have them on the podcast or anything.
Oh, no,
Maybe Taylor, because she's probably got some great stories. But like Katy Perry, like, I don't know. I feel like you'd just have her on the podcast and be like, yeah, totally. And then like that's it.
Did you see the thing recently where Katy Perry caught... So the demon has left Miley Cyrus and gone into Katy Perry?
Yeah, she's got the Miley demon.
Which, I mean, because Miley's now all like...
Miley's trying to get away from the last 3 years, basically.
Yeah.
She's like growing her hair long again. And I mean, Miley's the better singer out of the two. Like, whether you like the whole brand, because like her previous brand wasn't like that much more desirable for most people because it was just a Disney singer.
Did you know there was never... So the actor that played Hannah Montana and the actor that played Miley Cyrus didn't get along. That's why I don't see them in any scenes together.
That makes sense.
They had that Hollywood beef.
Yeah, of course. Huh.
I mean, although it could be, I don't know.
Well, see, I do think it's very possible Miley doesn't get along with herself.
That's a good point.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, actually, I got a question about future and music. Beatles, Rolling Stones, Metallica, they're still around.
Yep.
Who's still going to be around in 30 years?
Bruno Mars. He's our Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that. I can see that.
Foo Fighters. They'll be doing their like 17th farewell tour in 50 years. It'll just be like, it'll be Dave Grohl's head.
Well, they've already been around for like 20 years, haven't they? They started at, like 15.
I mean, if you count Nirvana.
Well...
Because the Foo Fighters is basically Dave Grohl and friends.
If, I reckon...
They're just good friends.
They like Nirvana would still probably be a thing if Kurt hadn't overdosed on shotgun.
Well, I thought the reason he committed suicide was because he
saw... mainstream, yeah.
He thought he was going to become like the Rolling Stones.
Ah.
Everyone uses them as the comparison for like people who just need to, who've overstayed their welcome and just need to sort of gracefully exit.
Yeah, it's
although they still put on a good show.
Yeah,
if you're into that, like, I don't know, I'm into a couple of Rolling Stones songs, but like not.
Name a Rolling Stones song.
Give Me Shelter. I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Ah, yep.
Sympathy for the Devil.
Cool, I know one of these songs.
Um,
I always confuse them with The Who.
who?
The Who.
What?
Ha! Ha!
Yeah,
this was an ad. This was an ad like 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
No, that's like 50 years ago. That's like Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, they did it in an ad. Not recently. It's like 15 years ago or so.
Who's on first? That's the original bit.
Ah.
But yeah. No, the Who's like Won't Get Fooled Again, Pinball Wizard.
I don't know. I'll listen to these songs on my way.
You know that one in CSI where it's like, yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom. That's the Who.
Yeah, I know. I know who the Who is. Like, they did Paint It Black and stuff.
Oh, dude. Dude, you know it. You knew that's the wrong band.
I did.
I don't think the Who tours anymore though. I think just Roger Daltrey tours.
Oh, no,
the singer.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no. Who else will be current singers who will be
right
around?
now? I reckon Miley Cyrus will be like our Madonna.
Oh yeah.
What have we got? And then
I think all just like the
Kanye West. He'll be. I'm not going to compare him to another rapper because I can't.
I mean, you could compare him to Biggie or Tupac.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want to do.
As in he gets shot. Like.
Yeah,
But
that's
see-
exactly.
Oh.
I don't want to wish that evil on Kanye West because.
Or what do you mean get shot? They go join them on the island where
Oh yeah,
they're hanging out
Sorry,
with
yeah.
Elvis Presley and
Joining them on the Bahamas. I don't want him to go there. I don't think he'd get along with Hitler somehow. Because remember, Hitler's there too.
that's it. Was there
Um,
JFK? Oh, they sort of botched that one though.
yeah, that's Biggie's greatest regret. No, well, who else?
I mean, Biggie
What was
was
your-
like negative 20 at that point.
I think people will look back on maybe Gary Clark Jr. as being like
Yeah, no, I
The-
see that.
this. You know how Hendrix has got like that stylistic element to him too, where it's
Yeah, it was very.
it's sort of
very
trendy
60s.
and he's sexy and he's got those frilly shirts that nobody wears anymore that look like he's a gay pirate.
Well, yeah, Hendrix has also embodied the 60s as well because there was a lot of like war and stuff in his, and it's like I don't know, like it's I think like I think maybe Kendrick Lamar will be around still. He just won something, didn't he? Something
The
that
Pulitzer Prize.
yeah, what the hell's that?
Well, it's like a generic sort of writing prize, I think. So usually
But like only classical.
usually
music, isn't it?
journalists or books or like authors get it.
Okay.
They might have. It might be like the Nobel Prize where it's different categories.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I reckon
bet
Kendrick will be
if
around.
not, some author would be so shitty that Kendrick Lamar won the Pulitzer
Yeah,
Prize.
yeah. But no, it's
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, it's different categories because the Washington Post got one too.
oh,
But the funny thing is, the chairman of the Pulitzer board is also the editor at the Washington Post.
Oh,
So it's sort of like they gave themselves
oh
a
yeah, but
Pulitzer
this
Prize.
is how good we are. No, yeah, I reckon. Because I'm going to say something bold here. Kendrick Lamar, because you know how I'm into like the Biggie and the Tupac and that
Yeah.
the late '80s, early '90s rap.
The golden age.
Yes. At the moment, Kendrick is one of the only ones that's actually producing good rap. I do understand that there has been good, like Jay-Z's pretty good. Kanye was good.
Jay-Z's not as good as he was.
Yeah, they're not as good as they were. Kendrick is the only one at the moment that's not just, yeah, I saw my lane. I know it's a video.
No,
like,
there is like this whole.
I mean,
There's a
there is song
specific
versus
like
songs,
cadence that a lot of rappers are using nowadays, where it's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kendrick does a bit of that.
Yeah. But there's some rappers who like, that's it.
Yeah.
They don't do
And then there's
subtle derivations of that, and that's it.
Yeah, and then there's like mumble rappers, which is just stupid.
Yeah.
And SoundCloud rappers. Actually, some SoundCloud actually, like, what's his face? The guy that came to Australia and was patting a kangaroo, and he's like, made friends with a koala today. He's a white guy. He's really tattooed.
Oh, dear. No,
I think Jomo likes him.
Post Malone?
Pomo, yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Post Malone, he's all right.
Post Malone looks like he fell asleep at a party and then people just drew on his face.
He does. Yeah, no.
I mean, look, I'm not anti-face tattoos, but like...
Come on, guys.
Let's get some...
Just don't do them.
Yeah. I don't know. Unless you marry, because it looks like...
Oh, yeah,
it looks
a cultural
like
thing.
sick when a Maori has a face tattoo.
But they're not like...
Even like the old Maori ladies who are like the... I don't want to... Like elders.
I don't know what the word is.
I don't know what the word is either, but...
Yeah.
Like the venerable old Maori ladies. Like you see them with the tattoos.
Because like the whole
And
thing
just
about
looks
it is like...
Like awesome.
They're meant to be rather... Like nowadays, they're meant to be rather small. So they'll get like a piece on their chin or something like...
Yeah,
around their eyes.
it's like the dotted lines down there or something like that.
Yeah. And like they'll do the things around there and stuff, like around the bicep and...
See, they can wear tribal tattoos without looking like a douche. Cause, like,
yeah, but because they're
actually
tribal.
they're from the tribe.
That's where they came from. It's like there's a guy that comes into work a lot. He's Italian,
Yeah.
but he's got a tribal tat, and I have resisted the urge every time to be like, "Oh, you got a tribal?
Yeah,
what
but
tribe are you from?"
What if he's like, yeah, I'm from the Galuzzo tribe of southern Italy, and then, like that's
So
actually
how tribal tattoos work is this is going to be a very like bad explanation. There's each tribe has like a mountain and a
Can we
river.
pause for a sec?
Yeah, sure. And we're back. Yeah,
So mountains.
yeah, so this was a friend of mine told me this who's a Maori and he comes from New Zealand. Each tribe has, I think it's a river and a mountain and a something, and they're all like inlaid into the tattoo and stuff. And
Ah.
yeah, it's like I don't know how it works. That was the vague explanation I got.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's and like they still.
That sounds way deeper than like some CrossFitter who's just got like the tribal armband.
Yeah,
That gives me the shits.
and like they get like matching tattoos when they're married and stuff. Like one of the ladies I used to work with was married to a Maori, and she's she had matching tattoos.
What's next? Should robots get the vote?
I mean, this is almost like should they feel pain? Yes. Because I don't know if they're like it. Like if like AI gets to the point where they're a contributing member of society, then yeah, sure. Obviously, if they can be manipulated incredibly easily from like an external source, not just someone being like, "You should vote for Lisa Simpson," who's going to be the next president, obviously. Simpsons did it. Yeah, you know, like I don't know. Oh, is the next question about robosexuality?
You read my mind. Robosexual marriage? Question mark.
Well, aren't people?
I mean, there's someone who's married the Eiffel Tower.
Was that a really consenting relationship there? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I don't think an inanimate object can consent.
Yeah, it's like
Although there are certain people who do have an intimate relationship with small machines. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So, like, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. And then there's those crazy dudes who have
Like the robot.
the sex doll conventions.
Yeah, the sex robots that actually.
I mean, they they don't do much, but they've got like a coil inside them that makes them warm, and yeah, it's messed up. And then there's like
gross.
they blink, and they go, oh,
Oh yes, that is good.
yeah. I'd love if they all had the Stephen Hawking voice.
Thank you. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, Master. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, no, but like, you ever heard of Uncanny Valley?
Yeah,
Yeah, Ronald's told me about it, and I looked it up, and I was like, yeah, that's what I get from sex dolls.
like the closer it gets to a human, the worse it looks until it looks exactly like a human.
Until it's exactly like leather,
Yeah,
but like flesh.
yeah. But you see, R2D2, I identify strongly with R2D2 because I imagine like every time he goes beep, boop boop boop, right, he's swearing. And if you watch the movie like that with that in mind, like he's just this foul mouthed.
I showed you this.
It makes sense.
I showed you the BB-8 thing, where he's like, like in the start of like 7, he busts like Poe's talking to some random old dude, and BB-8 busts in and is like, and he's like, the subtitles are like, Poe, they're coming. Not saying I don't have weed in the X-wing, but there's weed in the X-wing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And then the later in the movie, spoiler alert, when they reunite, BB-8's like, Poe, my weed. That's great. All right, next question.
Lab grown people. There's no question. I think it's just kind of messed up.
Yeah, no, look,
And I don't mean clones.
are you talking about?
I mean
like genetic choosing, whatever it's called.
No. I mean like, all right. So you know how they have sperm banks and they have egg banks
And regular banks, yeah.
and regular banks. Don't confuse them. I got thrown out of a bank that way once.
All right.
No, I didn't. But
Yeah, no, it's
so there's sperm banks. What was the other one? Egg banks, right?
and regular banks,
And regular banks.
sand
So-
banks.
Yeah, sand banks, power banks,
Yeah, don't
Tyra
get
banks.
don't don't get sperm banks and power banks mixed up.
Oh no.
That'll be
That's even worse.
shocking. Put a sound effect on that. For
Okay,
me.
no. So you take.
Future Michael,
You take
put a
some
sound
s-
effect on that, please.
Okay, fine. You take some sperms out of the sperm bank, and then you take some eggs out of the egg bank, and like without there being like a mother or, because you know like sometimes like infertile
yeah.
people they'll be like we can't conceive. Can you make us a baby, and then like you can plant it inside the mum's.
How awkward
Uterus.
would it be if it's like, oh, actually no, they keep a photo of you with your specimen or whatever.
Yeah,
Like-
you can find it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I think. Anyway, but say there's no mother or father that wants the baby.
Yeah.
They just make them. Just from the stuff they've got on file.
See, that opens up a whole bunch of just new, like, just, that's a whole new bag of worms, because it's like, you know how they're like the conservatives are like, you need a mother and a father. That's the only family you can be brought up in. And it's like, you can't have 2 dads or 2 moms. What if you have no parents? And you specifically were made that way.
Yeah.
Did you see that TV show where there was...
Well, maybe it's just going to be a whole bunch of Batman.
yeah, oh,
He has
I
no
mean,
parents.
Yeah, but they died.
Well, that's how most people who have no parents end up that way.
Yeah, but like they started with parents and now they
Right,
don't
okay.
have
Yeah,
parents,
I'm
but
with
you
you
can't. They've started without parents. See, it's like, with that, it's like, this is me thinking a bit like darker sci-fi.
Yeah.
You could totally just like get vat-grown soldiers. Do you see what I'm saying? So you just
Just
say,
like, you get like,
just massive dude, like really massive muscular dude, really massive muscular woman.
yeah.
Bang, super soldiers.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like you get like the 2 current UFC champions, and you just bam,
Yeah,
Just bam.
yeah, and it's the Vatgaran super soldiers. Obviously that's getting a bit darker. That's like,
Oh, like Russia would do it for sure.
oh yeah,
And then they'd give the vat-grown soldiers steroids while they're still fetuses. 100%.
oh yeah, no, it's yeah, that's a dark issue. It's did you see that TV show where there was a dude that was so there was a guy that ran a sperm bank, and the preface of the show is everyone's brother and sister or whatever. And so, no, the preface of the show is, so the guy that owned the sperm bank was adding a little bit of his own mixture to the recipe. And so people that were, and he was doing it for like 30 years. And so there was like, it came out and there was a big thing on the news like, oh, someone that owned a sperm bank was...
Wait, is this a documentary or...
No, this is a TV show.
Fictional, TV show.
Yes,
right.
because like they get into it and there's like, and then they're like, oh, let's like, have a get together of all the family because they're all family because they had the one father, and there's like 50 of them or something. And then like 2 turn up that they know a brother and sister, and then they're like, oh yeah, no, these people look a lot like us. And then like one of them turns up and they're like, oh my goodness, that's my ex. So,
See, that would be messed up.
oh yeah, it's. I think the vat-grown soldiers thing would be a bit.
Well, I feel like that's what they'd have to do if they were going to, like, colonize Mars or something. Because,
Yeah.
like, you couldn't take that many people there,
You couldn't take that many families,
but you could take a big box full of embryos,
yeah,
or,
but
like,
you wouldn't want to grow them
samples
there.
and stuff.
Would you want to grow them there? No. How long does it take to get to Mars?
No, like, they'd be frozen on the way over, and then you grow them when you got there. When the
yeah.
time came.
Yeah,
Because you can
'cause,
freeze them for a pretty long time.
Yeah, because Mars would be like different gravity and whatnot,
Yeah, and...
so people would be taller or shorter.
Well, that's the
or-
thing. Yeah, Mars babies would have like messed up bone density. They couldn't go back. Well, I mean, no one could go back. They'd be living there forever.
Is Mars gravity stronger or lighter?
Lighter.
It's the size of the planet, isn't it? And it's smaller.
Yeah, it's smaller than Earth.
Yeah, that's
not. Actually, no, it's quite a bit smaller than Earth. Venus is the one that's not that much smaller, and they could still colonize it, but not the ground.
Venus.
Yeah, then they have to do like in Star Wars where they're like the big
Cloud
floating
City,
cities, because it's like
Isn't it's like 400 degrees?
The atmosphere density and the temperature and stuff is fine up there at like 30,000 feet or something.
Oh, okay.
And like it's also
Incredibly close to the sun.
the gases that make it up, you can't breathe them, but oxygen's lighter than it.
Ah, okay.
Something like that.
Well, it rains sulfuric acid on Mars. Not Mars, the other one, Venus.
Yeah, well, this is above where the rain is. It's like above the clouds.
Well, I mean, there's just like your source of power if you need it. Because isn't sulfuric acid in batteries?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that why they taste funny? Have you ever licked a battery?
No, I knew a kid who ate it. Oh, I licked a battery, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't like batteries all the time.
Like 9 volts.
Yeah, 9 volts,
Yeah.
yeah.
I bought one of those today. I needed to make up the minimum, the FPOS minimum because I forgot to bring pens to my exam. So I went
to Office Works?
I went to the bargain shop across the
okay.
road, and they had. I thought they were pens. They ended up being those like mechanical pencils.
Oh,
Anyway, and then there's some Russian guy behind the counter, and he was like, "FPOS minimum $5." I'm like, oh, okay. I just do that thing where I'm looking around,
yeah.
like, all right, what here costs $3? I'm like, oh, 9 volt battery, boom.
Yeah.
I
$3 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
Wow. We should lick that.
No, I need to put it in my guitar.
No. We'll lick it first.
And you can lick. I need some special batteries for you to lick over there.
Oh, yes, car batteries. No, what are we talking about? Yeah, Vat-grown soldiers. Yeah, you could. Because I just finished watching a Netflix series because I was sick on Monday. I had some sort of stomach bug or whatever, and I watched a whole Netflix series. I was Lost in Space. I believe it was already a show or something.
Mum and Dad are watching it right now.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
They used to watch it back in the 70s.
Yeah, it was already
60s,
a
whenever
show.
it was out.
Yeah, and
It was basically Brady Bunch in space.
It is now very different. But yeah, there's yeah, it's pretty cool, and there's like a robot and it's the kid, and the kid's like, oh, robot. And then there's like the bad guy, and then like I thought they wouldn't set themselves up for a season 2, but then like right at the end, it's like, oh, there's a season 2, like 30 seconds from the end. But yeah, no, it's.
I mean, I get why they do that, but it can be annoying.
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, but they like all these families go, and it's like, no, that's how you get inbreeding.
You're going to get it regardless. Like the number of people you need for there not to be incest is like 150. You can't put 150 on any kind of spacecraft we're going to have in like the next 20 years.
Yeah, so it's like if
if
you take a frozen box of whatever, and the frozen box of the opposite whatever.
Yeah,
you can just
then they can make it, and
then
you can
vet
take 150 people worth of
150
genetic material,
different people worth of that from different families, and 150 people worth of that.
Yeah,
different.
And it needs to be from different like continents too. Like you really got to stir the melting pot because otherwise,
that would be.
And you got to have like photos of all of them on each sample, so you can be like, okay, no, we can't put those together. They're both from Norway. Yeah. No, just because like,
oh, don't put those together. They didn't have very good relations.
Which is, I don't know. Then that gets kind of messed up because it's like, I'm deciding who your mother and father are.
Well, yeah, it's like, wasn't that a thing with genetic
eugenics?
What's that? Where you can
when
pick the trait?
They used to treat people like it was dog breeds.
Yeah.
And
no, I'm talking about this. I don't know if it was a thing, but it was. I saw recently where you could design our babies. Where you can say, I want this gene, I want that gene, I want this gene.
Oh yeah, they've got that thing. They have like a. I don't know if they have it, but
It'll be a thing.
They've got a thing that edits
thing.
genetic code, basically.
Oh, jeez.
So it's like you can take out the.
Do you want to play God anymore? Come on, guys.
Yeah, like everyone's just going to look like everyone's going to look like Tiger Woods.
Why Tiger Woods? He's not a very attractive man for all the
he is
philandering he did.
Well, I mean, he's attractive because of the money, so.
I know, if I could hit balls and holes really good.
Actually, no, he was the best athlete I could think of. Let's say, yeah.
He's an attractive gentleman.
Yeah.
He was an attractive gentleman as well. He has been consistently an attractive gentleman.
Mm.
You're welcome, Brad.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. You got to get someone who's already aged. If you're going to like, I want him to look like that. Because then you're like, because you don't want to get like Val Kilmer, who was like good looking as a young man, and now he's just hideous. And he's like drooling out of the side of his mouth.
Which one's Val Kilmer?
He's in Top Gun. He's the blonde one. He does.
Yeah,
this.
I know.
He does
but
the
what is he now? He
hasn't been in anything much lately.
Oh.
He's really.
He
put on a lot of weight and
got
mouth cancer. He can't talk properly anymore.
Wasn't he Batman?
Yeah, he was Batman.
Wasn't he also Falcon in Spider-Man recently?
I don't watch many of the Marvel movies.
Spider-Man was very good. I enjoyed that.
Mm.
You know Voss from Far Cry 3?
Yep.
He's in it.
Oh.
The actor that played Voss. And
does he look the same? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because like he turns up.
So weird.
He turns up in the end, and he's also in Better Call Saul.
I haven't seen Better Call Saul.
Oh,
dude, I'm not like up to date on my TV and stuff anymore.
See, that's why uni's just a waste of time. You just can't watch any TV.
Oh, my uni definitely waste of time, but
yeah, Val Kilmer was Batman, wasn't he? Then
he was either before or after Michael Keaton.
Okay.
No, like he stopped working because he gained a lot of weight, and
Michael Keaton,
he wasn't that great an actor when he was attractive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, he's not a bad actor, but like there was a reason they hired him.
Oh yeah,
and because he had that look. So yeah, you don't want to grow off Val Kilmer. Like if you're going to design your baby, you want to, I guess, a Brad Pitt because he did age really gracefully.
I mean,
George Clooney's looked the same age for about 20 years now. Although, like,
that being said,
that's a controversial one.
What would have happened if? So say you get Brad Pitt's parents and you clone a Brad Pitt, right? But then that Brad Pitt,
a Blad Pitt.
That's his name, Blad Pitt.
That sounds like the Russian knockoff version of Brad Pitt.
This is Blad Pitt.
I am Blad Pitt. Vladimir. That's actually what Brad's short for, Vladimir.
But yeah, and you get like your Blad Pitt to just like do nothing and sit on the couch and do nothing. I can guarantee he would be and no plastic surgery. He would be a disgusting man.
No, he would be. Well, here's something I've heard about Matthew McConaughey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all right.
That was a really good impression. Can you do that again?
All right. Bullseye, right?
Do another impression of Matthew McConaughey.
No.
See, it doesn't exist. That's all he's known for.
Oh, okay. That's what I like about these high school girls. I get older, they stay the same age. Now, let's not. Now, here's the context for that. Matthew McConaughey is an actor and was playing a dirtbag in that movie. Those do not represent the views of Michael Gunning or any of his associates. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Matthew McConaughey. And I think it was Matthew McConaughey. It might be some other actor. He doesn't shower.
Yeah.
So that he smells bad. And people still hang around him even though he smells bad. And it's like his power thing.
Yeah, they hang around because you with your money. It's not because you smell good. Like, how many people you hung out with being like, you smell good, I'm going to hang out with you?
Well, I mean, I've smelt some good people, but like, no one's that smelt that good. Maybe if they smelt like... Did you ever go on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland?
Yes.
If they smelt like that, then maybe. Because I quite like the smell of that ride.
Oh, like the water and like the...
Yeah, like that's got like that weird like...
That salt spray
salty
sort of...
That's a good smell. And there's actually a whole website of people trying to find the Disneyland smells as colognes. Or colognes that smell like the Disneyland smells.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how they've got those like scent shooting devices hidden around Disneyland?
I think they actually they put it in their... Well, no,
they've got like aerosol dispersal devices.
In just like their sprinklers in their gardens, they do that thing where rather than sprays water, it sprays mist. And the mist, I remember the mist smelled funny.
Whatever it is, yeah. It's however they do it, it's every part of of Disneyland's got a different smell. So like Main Street smells like freshly baked cookies. Pirates of the Caribbean's got that smell. I think Space Mountain sort of smells like
space
ozone or something.
Free on gas. Yeah, we just broke a whole bunch of fridges open.
I got so shitty when I heard they changed the soundtrack of Space Mountain.
What was it to begin with?
So you know that Dick Dale?
Yes.
That surf rocker who was like you know that?
Yeah.
So he did the original soundtrack for Space Mountain, and it was crazy because it was wild because it was like it was like sci-fi with all the theremins and the synths and stuff, and then suddenly as you go over the top the top of the, what do they call it? The part where the roller coaster starts to go down.
Yeah.
Suddenly Dick Dale starts playing this like sick surf guitar riff.
That's sick.
And
I don't remember
it's so random because it's like sci-fi and then suddenly surf rock from Southern California and then sci-fi again. Anyway, they changed it to just some like generic sci-fi orchestra kind of thing. Oh, and then when Star Wars came out, they changed it to Hyperspace Mountain. And then they played Star Wars.
That is a place I do want to go, Star Wars Land.
Well, it's just Tomorrowland.
Yeah,
they just changed Tomorrowland into...
Yeah, but Tomorrowland's like what the people in like when Disneyland was made thought the future would be, which it's definitely not. Well,
Yeah, that's why it's so cool. Like, if that was actually the future and like outside of Tomorrowland looked like Tomorrowland, no one would go to Tomorrowland.
yeah, but like, no, I want blue milk.
You want
I want blue milk.
from those giant space titties.
That's green milk.
What?
It's obviously green.
What?
Blue milk's from the first one. A New Hope.
That's the same blue milk.
No, it's not. The
It
space
was
cow
clearly
titty
blue.
one.
I remember because I was like, that's where the thing from the first one comes.
Okay, green milk.
Every article I saw a whole bunch of articles that were like, you won't believe where the blue milk from Star Wars comes from.
Green milk. Star Wars.
It's blue milk, dude.
Oh, look. Green milk.
It's a green container. It's like Sprite bottles.
Yeah, but, okay, green milk. Wikipedia. Here we go. Oh, there's a picture of it. Michael, it's green. It's green.
It's the bottle.
It's green.
It's, no, look,
no,
it's drinking
no,
from the bottle.
it's green. The bottle is clear. All right, Canon. It's Octo food specifications. Can you just... I'm just going to move across here. Just going to move. Can you read what that says at the top? It says
Blue liquid.
Green liquid, Michael. Don't you lie to me.
No, it does. Okay, you're right.
Right.
Then-
Ooh.
Blue milk, also known as bantha milk.
It's bantha milk. Yeah, it's
Damn.
not from space titty monsters. I don't know what they're called. I mean, if I read further down the article...
Let's not do that,
Why not? You don't want to learn about green titty milk?
because that's the past. We're talking about the future.
It's edible by humans.
And you know, the good thing about that we've done the future
And the
now-
other nutritional info is it's nutritious.
Okay. The good thing about that we're doing the future in this episode is like next episode we can do the present, and then the episode after we can do the past, and we don't need any more episodes. So we've covered everything.
So we're gonna hit a 12. Is this episode 10? By the way, this is episode 10.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we get a full 12 episodes. What are we?
No, it'd be classic. It'd be like Firefly.
Or that
Doesn't
guy
get renewed for a second season.
Or that guy that only did 12 movies.
Stanley Kubrick.
No, the other one that hasn't done the 12 yet. He just did his 8th one. The Hateful Eight.
Oh,
Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino, yeah. Have you ever read his quotes?
No.
He is the
Are they
most
as
like
cruel?
arrogant,
Oh.
conceited guy in the world. He says, I think why I'm so great is blah, 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 blah. So he's like Kanye, but if Kanye's ego is in a white person, and that's a terrifying thing.
It is. I mean, I don't know.
Because like it's
he's-
one step from, the reason I think I'm so great to like, Sig Heil, fucking, I don't know. I don't remember German.
I mean, yeah, look, he's one step below saying he's Jesus. Which Kanye has done.
Well, no, he said he was like Jesus. He didn't. I don't think he said.
No, isn't the quote like, I am black Jesus?
Well, I mean, the actual Jesus was like brown.
Oh, yeah,
So-
he would have been Middle Eastern.
Yeah, like. Although he was Middle Eastern before the Moors went through, so it might be different.
Oh, he might be like how Greeks were originally like
Yeah, I don't
blonde hair,
know.
blue-eyed.
Let's not go there.
So is this a danger zone?
It's a controversial issue.
Oh,
Well, I can tell you for sure he wasn't like the guy you see on bumper stickers. Like, in the
yeah, long hair.
Americans really like this the version of Jesus where it's like
The long flowing hair.
the long
and, like,
flowing hair and the beard.
The white robes and
Well, someone told me that if you go to like Korea, their pictures of Jesus look kind of Asian.
yeah, isn't there a joke where it's like
Yeah, this is
Korean Jesus.
21 Jump Street. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. I've heard that,
I don't know. I've never been to
and
Korea.
it looks like
That's a place like
somebody said like different cultures that have Christianity have different like their Jesus looks more like their ideal version of a man.
Well, it makes sense. It's just cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
I would go to South Korea and North Korea.
Well, you might be able to do that soon.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Oh, that's no fun. I don't want to do it Like when they're like, "Yeah, come in."
No, but haven't you heard that Kim's got the best score in basketball ever?
Who told you that? Dennis Rodman.
I don't know. It was like what? So Kim Jong Il said he had the best. He had a perfect negative something handicap in golf, and he played a game where he got 18 holes in one. Right?
But you can't get. Oh no, yeah, that makes sense. Yes, go.
So like he's so good, you have to add points to his score. To
I mean,
because high scores are bad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Because I was like
For it to be
negative,
fair.
but it's like your score would be 18, but then I understand there's par, but yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. And his what was I saying? So I assume like Kim Jong Un's got something about basketball because he really likes basketball.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll ask Dennis Rodman when we have him on.
Oh, that'd be a great interview. I'd have so, although he doesn't talk about North Korea,
Yeah.
he'll just say, "Look, man,
have you seen him on Eric Andre? So basically...
we talked about this last time.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Oh,
I was just listening to it.
oh okay. Yeah. Well, flick back to that episode. I forgot about that, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's...
Like he wouldn't talk about it. He was just like, no.
He was like, no, man. Oh, no, I can't. No, oh, no, man. Oh, I can't. It was pretty funny. But yeah, no, it's like...
Which must be infuriating for your journalist because that's like the one thing anyone's going to ask him.
Well, that's the holy grail of
like,
journalism.
why would you not?
Like,
you wouldn't interview him if you knew you couldn't get the answer to that question.
oh, yeah, no. Like, you could get it out of him with enough money.
You sure? He's pretty rich.
He hasn't played basketball in years, and
He
he's...
doesn't need to have. You know how much they pay? It's a lot.
Yeah, oh, I know, but, like, if you gave him enough money, I reckon he would. Because, like, his tax bill will come up. They still tax so
No,
weirdly.
look, all he needs to do is, like, he just goes to Donald Trump and he says, look, if I'll tell everybody what happened in North Korea, but I don't want to pay any more tax. You just cancelled my taxes for the rest of my life. I'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
Okay, Dennis, you're a good man. You're a terrific man.
Tremendous
Everybody talks
man.
about how good you are at basketball.
Tremendous man.
Tremendous.
I know Dennis Rodman very close. Very good friend of mine. He's tremendous.
It's funny. He's that kind of guy where like he meets someone once and he's like, he's a very good friend of mine.
Yeah. He did that with...
I lost my mind when, like, just after he won, who his first meeting was with Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
And then Kanye West.
Yeah, he met with Kanye as well.
And I was like,
Do you reckon he was like... So, if you run for president, you get Secret Service, right?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he just ran for president? He's like, I don't want to have to look after myself in my old age. I'll run for president. I'll get the country to do it for me. And then he was like, oh, yeah, I meant to win this whole time.
well, I've heard he's got his own bodyguards as well still.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay for them. He's got to pay
No, but
for
he
them.
still does pay for them.
Oh.
Because it's like, I don't know. Because they've been doing it forever, basically.
Yeah. Have you seen Ed Sheeran's bodyguard?
No.
Ed Sheeran goes shopping and he'll like do whatever, and he'll make the security guard carry the bags and stuff. And like you see this guy,
But I bet he pays well.
oh,
And he seems like the kind of guy who's like, he would still buy you dinner or something
yeah, no,
if you were his bodyguard.
but yeah, like there's all these pictures of like this bodyguard with like the big burly dude with like the crossed arms and like the crossed arms, so they're purposely like pushing out the muscles.
Yeah.
And he's got like three to four like designer like store bags on him, and it's, and he's just got this like this face of like, oh, kill me.
If I had a bodyguard, I'd take him with me and I'd go to like a nightclub, and then I'm sure that this would work. I'd get him to like discreetly replace the bouncer, or like you go just before it opens, and then he's the bouncer for a while, and it's like, yeah, don't let anyone in.
See, that's the. I assume you've seen like the media circus social experiments, where it's like they just get three. So they put on like a hoodie or like a hat and glasses and walk around with three big dudes in suits with the earwigs and they're like, do not touch, no, move back. And people are like, oh my goodness, he must be someone famous, and start taking photos.
Yeah. Well, I've heard of people who like, there are people who get selfies with people that they sort of recognize, but they don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And then just so you can find out who it is later and like, oh my gosh, I met Chris D'Elia.
Yeah. I mean, I would do that. If I looked enough like a celebrity, I would just put glasses and a hat on and just hire some dudes to walk around with me and just be like, no photos, please. No photos, please.
Well, you could do what Marilyn Manson did. He used to, if he was going out in public and he knew there were paparazzis around, he'd write swear words all over his face because magazines can't, most of the time they can't print swear words, depending on which magazine you're getting. And then
he could just take his makeup off. No one would recognize him.
Oh, he looks pretty similar.
Oh.
It's uncanny. Anyway, but so if they wanted to submit it to the magazine, they'd have to blur out his face. Now the photo's worthless.
Oh, that's good. That's a good idea.
Or there's that other guy. I don't remember who it is. It's a famous celebrity.
I would assume so if there's paparazzi.
He wears the same outfit every day, so that they can't. None of the photos look new because you can't tell what day it is.
Yeah, okay. Smart. It's like, have you seen the paparazzi photos with there's one of like Paris Hilton and she's got like 5 phones in her hand, like
on top of each other. Or?
Yeah, like all on top of each other. So it's like 5 phones thick, and she's just carrying all of them. And it's like, look, drug dealers need like 2, maximum maybe 3, right?
Mm.
But it's like 5. What do you need 5 for? You're not that important anymore. The simple life was 20 years ago, babe. Was it? I don't know.
I don't remember. I thought she was just famous because of the sex tape, and that she was the son of the daughter of Conrad Hilton.
I've no idea.
I was just like, oh, Conrad Hilton's daughter's sex tape.
Does he own Hilton?
Yeah.
Oh. So is she named after a hotel in Paris? Because I assume there would be
There is a Paris Hilton, yes.
Yes, I assume there would be a Hilton hotel in Paris.
So,
why would you go... So I assume he was already a hotel magnate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So why would he call it Paris?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think it was just an American hotel magnate when he had a...
Oh, because I was like, was that the one city that he can't like break into or something?
Yeah. Well, there's
It's like calling it blatantly... This is a name I really hate. It's actually really common.
Mm.
Calling your white child Ebony. It's rather common.
White kids called Ebony.
Yes, it's actually very common. Not super common.
Yeah,
it's not like Muhammad.
I mean, you don't want to call a black person Ebony because you might as well just be calling him black.
Well, it's got like that, like it's Ebony. You know.
Well, do you know anyone called Ivory?
No.
Like,
I mean,
is that a name?
I assume it would be.
Because Ebony and Ivory, then you've got that Michael Jackson and who was Ivory?
I don't know.
I gotta look that up.
Was that a thing?
Although I guess Michael Jackson was kind of both Ebony and Ivory, just at different points in his...
He was Ebony, and then now he is currently. Have you seen the...
No, never mind. It was Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. I was thinking of Black and White, which is a Michael Jackson song.
I guess it doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Yeah. That's the whole point of that song.
Have you seen? There's a Facebook which is Michael Jackson health updates, and so it's a troll thing where it's like people are like, "Hey, how's he doing?" And then it's like, "He dead, bro. Try again tomorrow."
Oh man.
Actually, I sort of want to.
What was I saying? Oh, so I guess it's time for this week's In Business Yourself.
Oh, so we just did last. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have one. Okay. Do you have one?
Okay. So Richard Branson wants to make space Wi-Fi.
So just like blanket the world in Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's like use satellites, high-powered satellites to give Wi-Fi to everyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't that like the plot of
Kingsman? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit similar, yeah. And so does Elon Musk. Now, that means it's a good time to get into the satellite business.
We should buy a spaceport.
Is there one we can buy? Like, do we have to build it? Or do we just buy a plot of land out in like Penrith or something?
Hey, we got a
just
spaceport.
Stick up a spaceport. Put a big sign that says spaceport.
Spaceport. Not fondue. For sale. Here we go. Spaceport for sale.
Oh, but what? What?
Hold on.
What?
Oh, it's come up. No, I don't care. Okay, I'll put it together.
So anyway, I'm just trying to think. What do we need for a satellite? Because you need a tube, right? You need like a big metal tube. So like I'm thinking like, just get those old garbage cans, like the.
Get an oil drum. That's even more.
Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, so you get an oil drum because like we got to do this on the cheap because we got to be competitive. So get an oil drum. Now, how do you power it?
Okay. So you want this as cheap as possible?
Yep.
You build a pole all the way up, right? All like I don't know how many thousand meters it is. 20,000 meters. It's like 30,000 feet.
I mean, if you're going like 100k
upwards.
Yep.
That's way more than 100 k's.
No, our atmosphere's really thin.
Oh.
Like once you pass like 50k, basically nowhere.
Oh, okay. So you build a 100k just pole, right?
Yeah.
Stand it upright, but you also make a 100k cable, right? So you put a counterweight.
Yeah.
And so basically, your counterweight's at the top, and then you like let it go, and so it pulls up, and then that launches into space, and then you do it oh no, that doesn't work. That's how to launch one, and then you make it so that it can come back down somehow. I don't know, pulleys or something. Whatever.
At this point, you might as well just build a giant lift.
That's what I'm saying, but it does it itself.
What about a giant seesaw?
Well, knowing that the Earth is
because one end is always going to be down.
Yeah, but then how do you get the other end down?
You just walk up it.
You got to walk 100 kilometers up. How far do you reckon we've walked in our lifetime? Answer that, and then we'll get back onto the.
I'd say at least 10 kilometers.
All right, cool. Now seesaw. Okay.
All right, fine. You drive up.
Okay. No, because everything I'm thinking of is like failed perpetual motion machines.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, they're failed perpetual motion machines because perpetual motion is inherently physically impossible.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, are we going to solve perpetual motion?
Yeah, we are. All right.
Well, I did have a thing which was like, you know how a dynamo works with like the magnets and copper wire.
That's an electromagnet.
No.
Oh, no, yeah, actually,
Yeah,
yes.
you know how you can get those torches
Where
that you
you
wind?
Yeah.
Yeah, or you shake. We had one where we were at like the camping kit.
No,
when I was
that's
a kid,
asking
that
for
was-
trouble.
Oh yeah, it was. Where you shook and then it
That's
was
like if you're a politician and you eat a hot dog,
oh yeah,
you're screwed.
No, but
You're
it's
never winning an election
it
again.
was really-
That's why Bill Shorten, he eats them sideways.
see, that's the thing. It's like, so when it started to die, because you had to shake it for at least like 30 minutes. When it started to die, you needed to shake it while you're pointing it. So it's like, you're trying to point it at something, but you shake it. Yeah, no. So you know, it's dynamos. Yeah, dynamos work like magnets goes past copper wire to create electricity. Why don't they put dynamos on things that are already spinning? For example, car wheels. Did you see what I'm getting with this?
Or what if you use a dynamo to power a motor that drives that same dynamo?
They've tried this. You can never create more energy than you started with. I think, except for
Okay.
nuclear power.
Well, what if you just
think.
plug it into a wall outlet? Then what?
Well, then he's using the power from somewhere else.
Yeah. But it
So
keeps
you're
moving.
using- So you plug an engine into a wall to then power a dynamo to then make less electricity.
What if you use two dynamos? Okay, you move one, it powers the other, and then that one powers the first one. No.
Yeah, you always. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
okay.
thing.
I see what you're getting
I've
at.
seen you always. It's like perpetual motion machines are impossible because they'll never. They just lose too much power.
But you don't need
Except I
some...
think for nuclear power, I think that creates a lot more
Well, yeah,
than it.
that's what happened to Chernobyl.
Yeah, well,
Well, no one ever talks about the thousands of time it went off fine and nothing happened.
oh yeah.
So, but here's the thing: you don't really need a perpetual motion machine. You just need something that moves for a really long time.
Did you know they can make batteries for phones that will never die, or will die slower than the phone itself will die? So, like your touchscreen in your phone, there are batteries that exist that the touchscreen in your phone will die before that battery dies on one charge.
Really?
Yes. You know why they don't use them?
Oh, they're like that.
No, they don't make money on them. That's why we still have Duracells and stuff. Duracells are
I'm skeptical.
no. It's seriously, it's a thing.
Because all I've ever heard is the reason phones can't advance anymore is because the batteries aren't getting any better, and they've reached peak battery level.
No. They can go past it, and so there's military grade stuff, which is rather expensive because they go so. Say you had a battery that can last for 10 years, right? One charge. You'd sell it to the military, and it's 10 years. That's 10 years of batteries we're not going to be selling you. Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm not going to look that up. I'm sure there's something to it. But this thing with phones, you don't need a battery that lasts 48 hours. You just need one that can charge in 10 seconds.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. It's the way it was explained to me. It's like water. So if you've got, say, you've just got a 1.25 liter bottle, right? The lid on them is like that, right?
Mm.
It's 2 centimeters, an inch across, max. You can push all the water you want into it, right? You could push 100 liters at it, but it'll still only take that much.
Mm.
So I've been things like internet and charging batteries and stuff has been described more like water rather than electricity, where you flip a switch and bing, light turns on, right? And you turn the switch off and it turns off.
Yep.
Where it's internet is more like water, where it's you can push as much down the tubes as you want. as long as your tubes can take it. Like,
And the internet is a series of tubes, as
Yes.
Wilford Brimley said.
was that Wilford Brimley?
Rest in peace, Big Ben.
I always thought he looked like a walrus.
I think he may have been part walrus. Like, I think maybe a walrus jumped the fence a couple of generations back in Wilford Brimley's family. Well, we've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Whoa! But this is 125.
Yeah. 125
Oh,
minutes.
125. Okay. It's a long episode. It's episode
Oh,
10.
there's podcasts out there. I listened to one podcast once. It was like a 5-hour podcast.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good.
We should do a 24-hour podcast. Live.
No, we need one of our experts to like hold down the fort. Or unless you mean, do we just like stay awake for 24 hours
Live.
live?
No, we could just
Yeah,
sleep. We
once
could
we
just
get our
sleep.
whole-
We could just set up the camera being like, be right back.
Oh, that'd be. Well, then we're gonna have people like watching us sleep.
No, you put like a handwritten sign. Just be like, be right back. 8 hours.
Actually,
How long?
you do sleep talk, so maybe we could like keep the conversation flowing in our sleep, and you'd be like, oh,
Grandma, I'm going to kill you.
oh,
Sorry.
oh.
Stop it, Grandma.
Right.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm gonna finish on a sleep talking story.
Oh, yeah.
So one night, I heard my dad. I woke up in the middle of the night. Well, actually, I was already awake because I was looking at my phone, and I was sleeping in the same room as my dad for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why. It's like we were all in a hotel or something, and I just hear Dad go, "No, stop, 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 stop." And then he just stops. Then he stops talking and he doesn't wake up or anything. Anyway, the next morning, I'm about to bring it up to him. He says, I had the weirdest dream last night. And I says, yeah. And he says, I was on cadet camp. Because this is back when that happened.
Yeah.
And I can't say which teacher it was, even though it was a dream. Don't
worry, you can tell me after.
I'll tell you after. Anyway, and we were sitting around the campfire, and then one of the teachers, he just got up and he started peeing on everyone. And then I'm like, "Oh, Dad, I heard you going, stop, stop, stop."
Yeah. I've tried to have conversations with Katie in her sleep because she'll be like, "No, don't do that," and I'll be like, "Don't do what?" And she's like, "It's icing the cake. Just stop that." That was one. That was one of them, and I was like, "Oh, I thought we were going to go like down a dark path here, but it was just stop icing the cake. Don't do it. Stop."
Well, maybe you weren't doing it right. Like maybe she was trying to go for a mirror glaze.
Or like a fondant.
Oh yeah, I hate fondant.
I want some
It's
cake.
like if I wanted to eat a sculpture, I would eat a sculpture. I
Yeah,
want to
that's
eat
a
a
good point.
cake.
Yeah, on our wedding cake, the fondant was so hard because one of them was a fake layer. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Did I just destroy your immersion of my wedding?
I figured because there was one layer left of the cake
Yeah, which
that wasn't eaten at the end of the night.
No, we took a layer home and ate. Oh, so good. We didn't take it back to like the hotel room, which was like, oh, cake.
Like that's your
cake.
that's your wedding night.
Yeah, that's the wedding night. Yeah. No, we took it home and froze it, and we brought it out. I think it was on the first anniversary or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you had it again.
The cake, yeah, because you froze it.
Do you still have any of it?
No, we ate it. It was so delicious.
Oh, it was a good cake.
Yeah, but one of the layers was fake, and I'm like touching it with a knife, and I'm like, is this the fake one? And the guy's like, no, cut the cake. Hurry up.
Oh, so he's just like, don't ask any questions.
Yeah, don't ask any questions. Cut the cake. And like, they gave us like champagne glasses, and we did like the arm length thing, and then he's like, all right, give me the champagne glasses back, and I'm like, oh, okay. That was my cake story.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, no.
Wait, why did they have to put it in? Was it just like a structural thing?
Yes, but like, there's a wedding photo of me like, and that was the actual cake. I was like, Like it was hard.
I'm sure it was. And I remember I left the fondant off because it was hard and it was unsatisfying because it doesn't taste good.
It's not. It's very much just a show thing.
Buttercream all the way.
Oh, 100%. I'm a what did we have that one time where we were on holidays and they put marshmallows on the cake and that was really good. No. There was marshmallows on the cake. It was really good.
Actually, that'd be a cool icing. You know how you can melt marshmallows?
Oh, yeah. Marshmallows.
Melt the marshmallows. Well, you have to be careful because sometimes you just burn them.
You put it in the micro. Microwave will do it.
No, a microwave makes them inflate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
remember we made that giant marshmallow pancake that time?
Yeah, that's right. Are we ending this? All right.
Yeah, let's
end this. Wow. So in sync.
We're going to start... these are going to start being released the week of very soon.
So when's this one released? So next...
I'm probably next Wednesday. I don't know. I'm going to try and release this before next Wednesday so that next Wednesday we can release on the night and we can actually be up to date with current events.
Okay.
Because I was going to say something...
We do have to edit this one pretty heavily, though.
No, I just put it up a 2-hour one.
No, as in you literally said the N-word.
Yeah.
It was like 40 minutes in, you'll find it.
Yeah, no.
You got to cut that out. If I had to cut out that one thing I said, no, you got to cut out that one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but you just... Never mind. We'll continue this.
Cool, yeah, we'll argue off camera.
Yeah.
Camera, specifically.
No, actually, fair enough. I'll edit that out. Pre-edit it. We could probably edit out a lot of that conversation to save the time too.
Yeah,
and
probably.
this conversation.
And this conversation, yeah.
smartnewself@gmail.com.
Yeah, send us an email.
The YouTube's going to be up soon, or maybe it's already up.
Yeah, I don't know how the YouTube works. I'll do that when I get home.
We've already got the channel.
We already have the channel. Yeah, I just made that in my spare time.
We have it.
I was like,
yeah,
whatever.
we'll just and we might put other things up.
Yeah,
like videos.
We have some stuff in the
There's
pipeline.
Some stuff coming hard down the pipeline at you.
Like in cooking yourself.
Oh yeah, that's going to be next level. We'll
cook something and film it.
It won't be something. Well, it might be something good. We want to walk that line between it tastes good but it looks
terrible.
Awful.
Yeah. We should do. Actually, no, I won't spoil it.
Yeah, we won't tell you. We'll just know that that's coming at you and it's coming hard.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Call me. Yeah. No. Like.
We should get a dummy mobile phone.
Yeah.
With like a prepaid SIM in it, so people can call the show.
Well, they have to call it while we're recording.
Well, yeah, because we're going to go to live stream eventually, aren't we?
I would like to.
Yeah,
assuming we get... Oh, big news. We had 2 viewers that weren't inside Australia.
Oh, 2?
Yes. There was a gentleman in the UK who's in London.
Are you assuming his gender? Or her gender?
It's gender. Okay, so it was someone in the UK and then there was a person in Texas. Oddly enough, it was both serial kill. Like, both of them watched the serial killer one. So,
Oh, Texas makes sense. I mean, Florida would make more sense.
I put 2 and 2 together. It's like a baity, BuzzFeedy article.
Everyone loves serial killers.
Oh yeah, so that's why if we drop the conspiracy,
I think we're all very big fans of murder.
We should do like a big one, like sci-fi. That'd get a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of sci-fi.
Well,
podcasts.
our friend, I think our friend Nielsen would be a good one for the conspiracy theory because he's got.
Oh, is he into that?
He's into that. He's got some good, and he finds it really entertaining.
Oh yeah.
I know someone who's.
We were ending this just as a thing.
Yeah.
Just don't tangent too hard.
Okay. I know someone who's into conspiracy theories as well, and like the other day he was like, they weighed someone's body before they died, and then after they died, and it was a 12-gram difference, and that's how much the soul weighs. And I was just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure. All right, cool, thanks. That couldn't be like...
But then he says sensible things like, Facebook is listening to you through your phone. Or not Facebook, the CIA or whatever.
The CIA call another government, like a different country's government department.
Nobody ever says like the Beijing intelligence service we don't know what they're called. It says
China Secret Service, CSS.
No one's ever like
Counter-Strike source. Did I just make a conspiracy theory?
You did.
We'll cover that later. The conspiracy
China
theory.
Secret
Service.
Goals Operatives.
Global Offensive.
Or Secret Global Operatives.
Offensive.
Yeah. But you know, like, and no one's ever like, British intelligence is listening to us.
The tangenting so hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, MI7's listening. MI6, I don't know what they're called. Yeah, look, YouTube will be a thing. Follow us on that, or subscribe, and they can actually smash the bell now.
Yeah, smash that bell.
Smash that bell.
That was me flicking the microphone.
I saw.
I was explaining it to the people who can't see.
We should get a bell. All right, tangenting.
What, bell pepper?
Yeah, yes, bell peppers. They look like a bell.
All right, let's not tangent again.
All right, tangenting. Yeah, look, hit subscribe. Go follow us on Podbean so we know that you're following us. You two people, Mr. and or Mrs. Texas and Mr. and or Mrs. London, follow us on Podbean and we'll have you on the show.
Somehow.
Am I writing two big checks? Maybe.
We'll try and like Skype you.
Yeah, if you can Skype you in, it'll be great. Especially the UK.
Please talk to us. We're so lonely.
Because the UK one came in first. The first ever international listener. Mm-hmm. If you're out there still listening for whatever reason.
And just make sure like your Skype license and your internet license are all like in order before you call us though.
Is that a thing?
No, they used to have licenses for everything in Britain.
Oh.
I mean, getting your license, that's the real hard part.
All right, we're tangenting. All right,
Yeah, all right.
That's it. I'm Michael. No, he's Michael. I'm Jared. You've been ensmartened. We should have like a. You stay classy. Cyberspace.
Stay smart.
Stay smart. Keep smart.
Be smart.
Be smart. You're welcome. All right, press the pause button. Press the end button. Cool.